third video. I've just gotten rid of the last 2 recordings. They were too long and too rambly, and I don't think anyone wants to listen to me for that long. So let me just get to the point. Happiness in life. I found that recently I've been a lot happier, and I've of course questioned why I'm happier than I was, and I've come to the conclusion that why I'm happier is because I have more of a balance in life. Come late October, let's say. If you're watching this from the future, it's currently December 23rd, 2024. Late October 2024. The way that you can think about this is that your life, the time that you spend on things, it comes in columns. And there are chains applied to those that you feel like you need to hold up, whether it be going to school every day, homework, work, paying your taxes, whatever shit you feel like you have to do, which you probably do have to do. It's what makes our society work and turn and everything. Or chains apply to those columns, or they force you to get them up to a certain point, but you still have some control over what you can do in life. And where I feel like your happiness is when you're balanced, where your columns are pretty arranged in a certain way that you're happy. And for me, a while ago, I was playing a lot more video games. I was a lot more active online, particularly in political spheres on Twitter and later Blue Sky. And that was a balance in my life. I felt on top of the world. I was the happiest I've been in a while. Sure, there were a few down days, but in general, I would say that's the happiest, best part of my life. Going to school every day was more of an enjoyment than a chore. I had friends, I had support, I had my family. I had... the world was in my palm. I felt like I was amazing. And I lost that balance late October, and instead of trying to take the blueprint of what I had been happy before and try to replace that column that I had lost, instead I just decided to fuck it, it's not working, and just abandon things. So politics out of the window, video games out of the window. Those are 2 examples I can think of off my head and what I'm gonna tell you. And my life just went to shit. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily happy. I wasn't the best I've ever been. I wasn't that confident. And that went really, really badly for me. Skip forward to Christmas break, and yeah, I ran into a sickness. And I was really more of a time of thinking than anything, which has gotten me to this point where I've achieved more of a balance. It's not perfect as it was before. I'm a lot less happy than I was. It's going to be hard to get back to that point, but I'm a lot happier than I was since that point, where I lost that column. And that's why I'm making this video, to make a mental note for myself in the future, that if I ever lose something big in my life, that if I ever run into some hardship, that I find that I have more chains on my life, like when I go to college, I don't have to be miserable, Adam. You can be happy. Every human deserves happiness. And that's also kind of why I said, oh, fuck it. Because I didn't feel like I deserved happiness as much as I did before. But that's just plain wrong. I don't care who you are, what you've done, or whatever shit has happened in your life. You still deserve happiness. And if you feel wrong about that, and you feel like you still don't deserve happiness, enjoyment, and fulfillment in life, then I am here to tell you that you're wrong. And thank God the YouTube algorithm has given you this stupid video made by a random guy in a house in the middle of Utah. Sorry, sickness from a week ago. I still have a small cough. So yeah, that's what I'm telling myself in the future, is that I still deserve happiness. Instead of knocking things down, I should have taken the blueprint that I had, that I was very happy in life, and then applied it to life and tried to get back to a balance instead of fucking everything backwards and taking months to get back to a balance. Um, so that's been my life recently. So if you're wondering, oh, how's Adam doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. I I feel like I've gotten back to a balance. And this might change in a few hours. I don't know. Life, it seems, can be a roller coaster sometimes, but I feel like I can finally get back to a point of stability and happiness, which every single person deserves and can achieve, even with all those chains in your life of homework and work and all that. It's still possible. And I'm currently in a break, which means that I don't have as many chains, which means I can at least find a balance. Now, now my task is to, get back to school, get back to doing that, and finding that balance in that life when I don't have this time. Which, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for anyone to pull that off. That's why the majority of this country, despite being uh, quite fortunate, is still like the majority of its citizens isn't necessarily happy in their day to day lives. I see that on a day to day basis. My generation of mostly youthful people, they, you look at polls and whatever, they're a lot more depressed than previous generations, and it's a shame to see. But it's really hard to get that balance, especially when you're young. You don't have as much life experience. I feel like I'm very fortunate to have at least had that balance for a point in my life, to feel on top of the world. And I can still strive to feel that way. I deserve to feel that way. So if you watched this far into the video, thanks, I guess, for watching my rant of 7 minutes that's taken me 3 attempts to record. It could have been 11 minutes, so you're very fortunate. I won't waste much more of your time. That goes directly against my morals of not wasting people's time, even though I've probably done enough of that to call me a hypocrite. So yeah, drop a comment saying, Adam, you're a fucking hypocrite. I hate you so much. And I might see you again. I don't know when I'll post next. It's kind of very sporadic and, ugh. I hope that you can find balance, or that you've already found balance. It would be amazing if you already have, and I would urge you to maintain that balance, or realize that things can hit the fan sometimes. So yeah, just remember, you deserve happiness, and I'll see you God knows when.